figured it out on our own. Okay, so welcome.
Technical difficulties.
Sorry about that.
So sorry.
Yes, Amy has a fun little thing for us since you missed our intro.
Yeah. Do you want to start over?
Yeah, do
Let's
it.
start over.
Sure.
Let's start
Okay,
over.
let's just go.
Let's do it.
All right.
Go for it.
Hi, we are your Blue Line group with your BlueLine Wives Roll Call podcast. I'm Shannon Gilbert with EMART Real Estate.
I'm Jamie Wright with Wright Dalvo Insurance.
And I'm Amy Lewis of Priority Mortgage.
And we are coming to you live from LEPD Firearm and Range on Buffalo Road right here in Columbus, Ohio.
And for those of you that don't know who we are a dedicated team of law enforcement families specializing in real estate, financial, and insurance services, fervent about creating ongoing professional relationships and giving back to our first responder families.
Yes,
I'm a little bummed that everybody missed our bloopers now. But
I know.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah.
It's my day.
Okay, so we're going to do something kind of fun, something very lighthearted today, something fun. So I'm going to get back to where I was before our technical difficulties.
Uh-oh.
You tell me, girls, what's your favorite colors?
Black. I'm kidding. Yellow.
There is a black one. Oh,
No,
you
I
want me to
imagine,
do it?
but you did ask. No, you asked me originally, and I said yellow, but
Yes,
couldn't
yes.
hear. Yeah.
What everybody missed. So what yellow says about your personality is you are cheerful and fun to be with.
Which I agreed with.
I'm the life of the party.
You are an ideas person.
Which I completely agree with.
I do too. How many times have you heard me say, "Oh, Shannon, you're so creative. That's
Yeah.
a good idea."
Yeah. You should
It's
be
so
an
true.
advertisement.
Yes, I
Marketing.
do. I'm marketing. I tell her all
Yeah.
the time, "You should be in marketing." She's so good at that.
Yeah.
So that's what yellow means.
I'm blue.
Order in your everyday. Well, here's something funny that goes along with it. I wasn't going to read it, but I will. I just think it's kind of funny. Your deepest need,
Oh, yeah, I like this. I like this.
Tell me, girl. Tell me.
logical order in your everyday life. I don't know. Do you relate to that or not?
No, not really. I mean,
You don't think
yeah.
things are kind of chaotic sometimes? That's kind of how I took it.
Yeah. Sometimes, I
Yeah.
mean, it's chaotic every day.
Oh,
Like, I
see?
mean, yeah.
Maybe that, I don't know.
I don't know. I think that you do well with logical reasoning.
Well,
Like you might
No,
have-
it's. I think what it means
Yeah.
is order. Like,
Yeah, like order, like
your
a-
life is in order.
Oh.
Everything's where it needs to be.
Yeah, not-
People are doing what they should be doing.
Well, I can't control other people. But, like, if somebody says, hey, where's the scissors, I can tell you exactly. Like, for example, like, Jim's
see.
looking for light bulbs. And yep, I know exactly where those are. You
Yeah.
know where those are? Yep. Like, so I do know where all my stuff is.
See.
But I can't control other people.
You are a yellow person. I'm really surprised because I thought this was just going to be really silly. No, that's not like me. Okay, so you're blue.
I'm blue.
Let's see what yours is. Okay, so two blues, like I said. The first blue is just a regular blue, and then there's an indigo. But the blue says you are conservative, reliable, and trustworthy.
Aw. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Well, the conservative part, I can, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
I do agree with
Yeah.
that. You are so reliable.
Thanks.
I do trust
Yeah.
you.
Thanks.
I trust you enough to send you clients to you.
Thank you.
Or to put your name out there for people looking for insurance. I do. I agree with that one.
Yeah.
Aw. So
for sure.
what's the indigo one? Like your
Okay.
super emo.
Well, here, let me read the deepest need on blue.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
To find inner peace and truth.
Oh, amen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. But what's the indigo one, though?
Okay, so indigo, you are honest, compassionate, and understanding. Integrity is extremely important to you.
Yep. See? Like
Yeah.
I said, I'm a Gemini, so
Yeah.
you know I got a couple different shades
Right.
of me.
50
So
Shades
the-
of Grey going on.
Yeah.
So you already looked at that. So what's your favorite
I
color?
did. You know what? I would pick teal, but I don't remember what teal said. I felt like
Well,
it
like
wasn't.
hints to your iPhone case.
Yeah, that's so true. I would pick gray too, but I don't remember what that one. So the closest thing to teal on here is turquoise, and it says you are friendly and approachable and easy to communicate with.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
For sure.
You're our PR.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll be at a huge event, and Amy will just
I was
walk
gonna
up to like
and just
everybody.
passing out cards.
Yep.
I cannot do that. So kudos to her. Me and
Yeah.
Jamie look at each other like, I don't know how she does
Ah.
that. Like, she's like, hi, I'm Amy. This is, I couldn't do it.
That's true.
yeah, definitely.
I don't know,
Without
I
being,
guess-
pushy and intimidating.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you.
Yes,
Yes, for sure.
I am the least intimidating person. That's for sure.
Now I don't know if I'd say that about you.
Why do I have to be intimidating?
no,
No, I
I
don't
don't think
I
it's intimidating so much as
No.
just you're just kind of
It's not. She's
like
not intimidating.
fierce.
She's not pushy. She just knows what she wants,
Yeah.
and she's
Oh.
direct.
yeah.
Okay.
So
I
that's a
think
good
so.
quality.
It is. It very much is so.
I'll straight my
You want to do a couple more?
Well,
for fun?
I was
Sure.
gonna
Do we
say-
have time?
Sure. What's another one?
What you wanted? Would you really pick black, or you want to pick something different?
Oh no, color. No, I like yellow. I really wouldn't pick black. No.
Okay.
There's
There's silver, gold, black, brown, gray, white, magenta. Magenta. That's like a hot pink. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Pink.
Read orange. That's
Violet.
my son's favorite color.
Okay,
Aw.
Liz, would you say violet? Did you say violet?
Violet.
Okay, let's do violet first, because it's on this page. Violet means you are gentle. Oh, you are a gentle and free spirit. Your feelings run deep. Orange for
about that?
I don't know.
about
Let's stick with yellow. Orange. Okay, orange for our little buddy
Yeah.
here. You are warm, friendly, tolerant, and accepting of others.
He really is.
He
Aw.
is.
He really
He
is.
is the sweetest.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah. I love that.
Toot toot.
Yeah. That was fun. Did you get that off Facebook?
That was fun. Yeah. If anybody wants to look that up, where do they go?
Honestly, I don't know. It was something I was just strolling.
It just-
I think it was on the internet, and I just screenshotted
It's
whatever I
called
was looking-
Color Personalities.
Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, color personalities, but it's spelled COLOUR, so it might be something from Europe.
Europe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Color
Oh.
personality. Well,
Yeah.
and that's a good tie-in to kind of what we were going to talk about today, actually. Which
Oh,
is-
wait a minute. Wait, not to interrupt you. Tim says his is black. So your husband says his favorite color is
Oh.
black. Can we read
Oh,
Yeah, let's do that.
black, like his heart. That's what he would say.
that? Oh, somebody's having not a good morning this morning.
No, that's just a part of the
It's
job.
Yes, it is a joke. It's not
part of the job.
Yeah, it's not what. It's probably not his true color. Actually, his true
Hey, he
favorite
said black,
color.
or what does it say
I
about
know,
black?
is green, but he's saying black, and he's saying it in a joking manner, and no one would understand that but me. So prestige and power are important to you. You are strong-willed and determined. All right, I'll give that to you.
Yeah.
Maybe not the prestige and power, but he is strong-willed and
I mean,
determined.
kind of as law enforcement. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind
That's
of
kind of necessary.
Yeah, his deepest need, well, not his, but the color black, the deepest need is to have power and control.
That's kind of crazy being in law enforcement. I mean, no disrespect, but a lot of them
Yeah,
do kind of have those same traits. Just saying.
that's true.
Yeah, but do you think that's a God-given gift, or do you think that that's just a
We've talked about this before on one of our other podcasts about like the God-given gift versus the
trained?
what you have come to be, what you have learned to become in this job. And I think a lot of them, I think some of those you can really tell if it's a given trait or a gift, but 99% of them I think is learned.
Yeah.
I think they just learn to be that way.
Yeah.
But the job creates that
Sure.
for them to be like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who,
I totally
who really
agree.
is born with wanting control? I mean, I don't think you were born like that.
I don't know. Some people. I mean, I won't go there.
Yeah,
Let's not go
I
there.
mean, listen, this was just supposed to be very lighthearted
Yes.
and fun. It's not like, I'm not a horoscope reader or nothing like that. I don't believe in witchcraft, but it was just supposed to be fun and lighthearted.
It's great. I love
Yeah,
it.
I loved it
Actually,
too.
it's kind of weird that it
It
was.
is. That
Yes.
is interesting.
It is
Yeah.
very interesting. We're going to get on our topic, though.
Which that does tie us into
Yeah.
our topic. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You take it
Well,
away, girl.
So we decided that we were all interested in discussing how do we show love to our spouses in the middle of an argument, because in this lifestyle, when we say goodbye to our spouses, that comes with that underlying, I don't know if you want to say fear or that uncomfortable feeling when they walk out the door.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to kind of navigate when you're in the middle of an argument. How do you show love?
Yes.
Well, it's hard to
Because-
flip the switch.
So
Yeah.
28 years, 26, 28, 26.
how long?
24.
We've been together, I think, 24 years.
24. So tell
yes.
us.
Yeah.
So if you get you
Because
and
I was actually going to lead with this too. Like all of this is going to depend on how long you've been together, what you've worked through,
Yep.
what you've gone through, your families, personality types. So this is all kind of subjective, but generally speaking, we kind of all have the same underlying need, right? Or a desire to figure out how to say goodbye in the middle of an argument.
Yeah. I think it's just too difficult for anybody to flip a switch.
Yeah. So let me set this up. So let's just say you and Tim have been beefing all day.
Yeah.
And he has to go to work.
Yeah.
Do you kiss him? I love you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Like how do you approach it?
I think I would have approached it differently 20 years ago than I do now.
So tell us the
Yeah,
difference.
really.
What
So
happened?
what would you do 20 years ago?
So 20 years ago, I probably just been like, yeah, see you later.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain what has transpired in our lives over the
Sure.
past 20 years. But I think that then I was young. I mean, we were 24 when I got married.
Yeah, that's young.
Yeah.
No kids. We both worked. It was a different time. It was
Right.
different attitudes, and you are learning a lot about yourself still at that age. I don't care what anybody says. At 24, you're still young.
Oh, yeah.
You still have a lot to learn. So I think the immature me back then, who thought about myself and not so much what he was thinking about, but also to that point of being very confident in his ability to do his job. I mean, it was 20 years ago. Things were a lot different.
That's absolutely true.
And not worrying about him going to work, I would have sent him off and I don't even know if I would have said goodbye. I just would have been like, okay, well, we just need to have our space.
Yeah.
It would have been approached more in that manner of, let's just have our space. Now it's a little different. Times are different. When they go out on the job, it's different now. I am a lot different as far as age and wisdom, and I use that very lightheartedly, but experiences have taught me more about what needs to be a priority in my life and what is more important. And a lot of, we don't really argue very often anymore. Now we have very constructive conversations to where we try to help each other. Before it would kind of been like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
You, or me. Now it's like, okay, we have this issue going on. What do we need to do to overcome this, and how do we fix this? But that comes with time. That comes with age. It comes with knowing that I know without a doubt my spouse is always here all the time, 24 hours a day. He loves me no matter what. He may say otherwise.
Well, he just
But-
texted and said that he couldn't hear us, so
So he is
Tim.
watching.
So he's always with us.
Yes. Yeah. So I think that my experience is going to be different than other people's experience and how I view things, because now I kind of I know it sounds really cliche, but I don't sweat the small stuff. If he's upset over something, like, okay, what do I need to do to fix this for you? And let's move on.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm trying to direct the viewer. So you were working at the time. I was not raising my kids. To me, again, it depends on the situation you're in. I was tired. He's getting a hot meal every day with his friends. I'm eating cold SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
You guys laughed at me last time. Deuces, don't even talk to me. You go out the door, go have your nice old hot lunch. I'm gonna be here with these 4 bratty kids. I mean, so it depends on what you're dealing with at home, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
In
So
your
I would have never
situation-
said bye, girl.
Yeah. I don't even know. There probably were days where I never said goodbye, but now it's not even an issue. It's
Yeah, of course. But I'm talking
yeah.
raising children back in the day, Jamie's situation, having small children, just life getting in the way. But you're newlyweds, so you probably say goodbye every
Which
time.
is totally
Well, I mean,
different than you
newlyweds-
and I.
It is, yes.
Yeah, we've been married for 3 years.
Girl, you're still in
That's
newlywed
still a
stage. Is it?
newlywed. Talk to me when you hit 15.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was-
Definitely the newlywed stage.
It is, but it isn't. You know each other well enough, and you have a very good relationship that you probably feel like you have been together for years, and you've probably at this point experienced a lot of things, good and bad, in your life.
Oh, I mean, absolutely, for sure. And I think, again, him having experience before, and we were obviously in our 30s. And I think that there was so much success in that for our relationship as we both experienced life, and then when we found each other, we just knew, and we had the same common goals and, our family goals. And so it's a lot different than getting married at 24 and still trying to find yourself.
Yeah, and being
within
immature.
a marriage.
Yeah.
So we did have that going for us.
So you guys both was already established when you
Yes.
met. So a lot of times when, I guess I should say first wives, in law enforcement.
Yeah.
Marry their Leo.
Yeah.
It's normally not like that, though. You know
Correct.
what I mean? That's normally
Right.
they marry young, start a
Which-
family.
I think which is why, obviously, our 3 perspectives are a whole lot
Different, yeah.
different. But a lot of times people can relate to those
Sure.
too. I mean,
Girl, the Leos on their second and third marriage.
right. I get it. But anyway, so we had that going for us. But I remember the first time that we had an argument, and he left, and we didn't speak in the morning.
Yeah.
Did you text him and say, how dare you?
I was so
Distraught.
upset.
I could definitely picture you now, like, how dare you?
No.
I don't think she
mean-
would go after him. I think
No,
it would
no.
be more like why did this happen? I'm
hurt.
sorry this
Yeah,
happened.
a hurt.
Let's
You
fix
don't
it.
remember the last time she said she texted? Remember that time? You're like, delete, kept texting. I don't remember what it was.
I don't
it was
remember
No, I
hilarious.
don't remember that either.
Yeah,
Was
she
it you?
mentioned, on the podcast.
Oh, I don't remember.
Probably because like if I have a bad day, like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so, I
Oh,
miss
that was
you
it.
so
Yeah,
much.
that was it. You're right. That was it.
I love you.
That's right.
Those kind of
That's
things
it.
happen,
Yep.
which I try to keep under, because that's hard for him too
Yeah,
when he's at
for
work.
sure.
Like, oh my gosh,
Yes, like
She's having a meltdown.
she's having a moment.
don't text me 15 times a day. Don't call me. It just makes the spouse worse
Yeah.
if you do stuff like that. So don't do that.
Well, I
Yes,
mean, and they have
but,
their,
yeah.
they have their police officer
Yeah.
Hats
wall on. Yeah.
So
Right.
do you text your husband during the day when he's at work?
I obviously I really don't. I'm too busy.
I don't either. I hardly ever
Yeah.
text or call Jim.
I mean,
Really?
you guys see us here doing
Nope.
this and you think that we're just kind of like, oh, we have nothing better to do, blah blah blah, and that is could not be completely
Right.
further from the truth. We do this because we want to benefit other families and maybe share our experiences, what have you. But when we leave here, we go to work. And sometimes we're not home until late in the evenings. You know, we're taking time away from our family, but sometimes I'm just too busy, and he'll say, gee, I haven't talked to you all day. I'm like, sorry, can't talk now. I'll call you later.
See you later.
I know that I'll see him at home, and maybe that's not always the best approach,
Yeah.
but because, they need to feel loved too.
Yeah.
But if I'm too busy, I've got to get that stuff done so that when I do get home, I'm home.
I mean, I have those days, but I usually keep in contact with my hubby,
Yeah.
or just like right before, like, love you, heart emoji.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's 3 years in, girl.
You know what I mean? Listen.
Just saying.
Let me back up a little bit. If I'm having a really bad day, he is my person I vent to.
Right.
He really is, and I'm sure he really hates to hear that. But he is the person I vent to, and that's just because I feel like we have a lot more constructive conversations now than what we used to.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it'll just be kind of the heart.
Yeah.
Like, thanks for taking time to.
So you
like, talk
vent to
me.
him, you said, right?
I do.
Usually
I do.
To me, as law enforcement, they file everything back. Like, maybe your Leos don't, but mine does. So I definitely don't tell him much because I feel like he remembers everything. So if I vent to him, he's going to keep that in mind.
But are you
Always
venting
remember.
about him or just
to
about
him.
something
Could be
third
about
party
something
unrelated?
third party, but he's not going to forget it. So sometimes it doesn't benefit me to vent to him because
Do you feel like
Like-
maybe he holds that against you, or
Yeah.
he brings it back and says something like, "Remember that time you said this to that person and you shouldn't have done it," or something like
no,
that?
like say I'm venting about one of the kids or a friend or a family member or whatever. Like to me, I thought being in law enforcement, like they just file everything back.
Yeah.
It's like his own filing cabinet.
See, but I kind of look at that perspective differently. Like, hey, do you remember that one time I told you whatever? I'll be like, yeah.
No, not that. Like he definitely doesn't remember stuff like that. It's almost like, oh, I don't know why you're going to dinner with them. They just didn't do this for you know what I mean? Like he remembers stuff.
So maybe he's wanting you to hold that against him. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we kind of have
So I don't vent to my husband, not at all.
Really?
Oh.
I'll put on a piece of paper and then tear it up.
Is that a
crush
stress
it.
reliever? or-
It is. It is.
I guess I find that verbally getting that off my
I am
chest.
verbally, girl. As I'm
is-
writing it.
I am verbally.
But you're not getting
I'm
anybody
verbally.
else's.
It's verbal. I'm talking out loud. That's verbal.
But your
verbal
paper
handwriting, girl.
isn't giving you support back, saying, "Shannon, I know it's okay," or "This is what you can do." I mean, do
my
you?
counselor.
I do care about you.
I know
That's
you don't.
for sure.
I guess I don't need somebody to. I don't know. Like I just vent to myself verbally out loud,
Yeah.
write it, and then just crumple it up and trash it.
So what do you do? How do you show each other love when you guys are in the middle of an argument? You're saying you don't?
I mean, I'm pretty stubborn.
Yeah.
So if I'm ticked, like I'm not speaking no
No.
words.
That really
no.
was on the yellow, but I didn't want to say it out loud.
Was it really?
No.
I'm
just throwing it
I
out.
mean, I'm just being honest. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I'm pretty stubborn.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So then does he vent to you?
I mean, eventually, like obviously, like we'll just act like nothing happened. That's probably the problem.
Oh.
You know what I mean? We just
Yeah.
go
Sweep
on.
it under the
I mean,
rug.
it
yeah,
just-
yeah.
Sometimes that's called for, and sometimes it really doesn't get to the root
Yeah.
of what it is, and then it just
Sure.
continues to brew, and then there's a big blow up. I personally wouldn't want to do that. It's not worth
Yeah.
my time to have that. But
I'm not that person. I'm the person that needs to emotionally vomit it all over the table and then clean it up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just me. I mean, so after the first argument that we had, where he left and we didn't say goodbye, and I was like super like my heart, it was aching. When he came home that night, we talked it out, because our thing is like, I know that I need to process things because I like to clean up my side of the street, and then he likes to process things and clean up his side, and then we come together and we talk about, you know, what that meant for each of us and blah blah blah, which is great because we communicate very well. But I said to him, I said, look, regardless of whatever argument that we're in, we need to just make an agreement that when you leave, you still kiss me goodbye. And so that's our agreement. Regardless of the argument, we still kiss each other goodbye.
Even if it's half-hearted.
Yes.
You see, I wouldn't want to like
Yes.
save it.
Yeah, doesn't that
Yeah, I
hurt
wouldn't
more?
want
Knowing that he's doing it only because you have an agreement
Right.
to do
I mean,
it.
I definitely see that, but I think too, though, that it reminds each other that underneath it all, like, we still love each other very much, and you know, we're gonna have a conversation about this later. And I mean, that's just what works for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how we show each other love in the middle of an argument when he leaves, because it is hard because. If I don't get a chance to talk to him during the day about his day, like if we're giving each other space, at least we know, you know, via the morning kiss that, hey, we're going to think about this stuff and then we're going to talk about it later.
So we're talking about ourselves a lot. What do you think our husband's perspective is on that?
Oh, completely different. I mean, come on. It's girls see pink, guys see blue. Or just how it
True.
goes.
I mean, obviously there's some.
Let's ask him. Hey, Tim, what's your thought on that?
I mean, obviously there's some genetic differences there.
Yeah, but I mean, what does Eddie
Let's see here.
think
Jim said
about-
Shannon just started the laundry and finished up fixing the dripping sink.
Oh, you go, Jim.
Aw.
Is he really at home, or I don't know where he is.
I'm not buying it. Send a picture.
Prove it. Prove it.
Yeah, prove it.
I'll take your side, Jim. Good job.
Yeah, no. So, let's see what Tim hasn't responded. Oh, hi, Reba. Good morning.
Good morning.
I was talking nice about your son, I promise.
Something else just popped up.
Oh, hi, Don.
Oh. We're
So
so
what were
glad you
you-
guys are listening. Well, you know, I just feel like we're really giving just our female wife perspective of
Sure.
it. So what do we think? Maybe we don't know, but what do we think our spouses feel? I mean, you have good communication with your husband. Has he ever told you it's difficult for me to walk away without that kiss because I can't turn that off? Right.
No, I think that he probably just does that for me. I mean, I think that he's fine if the case would have it. Like, he's just fine taking time to himself. You know what I mean? Like, but he understands that I have a different emotional need than he does.
Yeah.
So he respects that. Thank you. 'Cause I know it's hard.
He's a good guy.
But I'm just the kind of person that I just need to talk about it. You know, I need to talk about my feelings because I don't like to stuff them. I don't have a fanny pack. And if I did, it would just have a hole in the bottom.
Right.
That's just,
I kind
that's
of
just me.
agree. I identify with you a little
Yeah,
bit
I
on
can't
that.
compartmentalize really.
But that's just
I-
not with my husband. That's with everybody.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. But I'm just that, and that's the same thing with everybody too. I'm kind of that way. So if I have an ongoing something with somebody else, my husband's the person that I go to help me deal with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My husband is definitely my go-to. And because I think that he and I view things very differently, and he has more of a common sense approach, and I have more of an emotional approach. And so sometimes when we talk about things, he is like, okay, let's just break this down. This is really what it's
Yeah,
all
'cause
about.
they see different than we do. They don't have emotions like we have. You know, they just see different. They're like, well, you got upset because of that? Like, they're just clueless.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it's because of the emotional side that
Yeah,
we have,
right.
that we're looking at it in a different way.
Right.
Which I do actually appreciate his logical response to things.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I can get really big picture about something, and he'll be like, "All right, babe, let's bring it back down. Let's think about this logically."
Well, yeah, but not only that, I think that especially for me, the profession that I'm in, it's very analytical. It's very detailed. I'm dealing with a lot of really sensitive issues with people, so I have to be careful about how I handle them, and I deal with numbers a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, that's That's all I do are numbers. So I think that I look at things so analytically and I try to break them down of different categories and what affects each thing. And then he comes in and be like, no, why are you digging deep into this? Just take it for what it is. And he has the very street smarts, common sense, like you're reading too much into this.
Yeah.
Quit thinking about it and just look at it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and two, I wanted to kind of, because of the topic, like how do you show love in the middle of an argument? But if it can't be like, just like a tip, if it can't be an emotional conversation, if you don't have time for that, like you could do tangible things too. Like my husband will like leave little Post-it notes or something, which I haven't got one in a while.
Which my husband did too, like year 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just saying.
Making fun of me.
No, he really did. He used to actually do what is a scavenger hunt all around the house. I have to go and find it.
cute.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's nice.
that is nice. That is nice. But I mean, when you're 14 years in, I mean, all that stuff, you know.
Well,
All
again,
right.
though, we were older too, but I mean,
Yeah.
so we had it all kind of figured out, and we realized how to, respect one another and what that meant for each other or whatever. But do tangible things too, like
Yes.
just little notes. Like even if you can't speak to each other because you're so mad, you could just like be to post it, like have a good day, be
Yeah.
safe,
Yeah.
And
and
actually,
put it on their coffee cup.
I used to put a little note inside of his lunch sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he would
See?
have a chance to pack, I would put something in
Or in their
there.
car,
Yeah.
like on the dash, like
You're right. I never actually give cards or even say things to him as much as I should, because again, that's my stubbornness. But he did take good care of me when I was really sick a couple weeks ago.
aw.
So I got him a card. Thanks for Amazon for delivering it for me.
Hey,
couldn't get out.
it's
And I
about
did.
time.
So yeah, he's like, I can't believe you got me a card. And I thought that is horrible that he's that excited that I got him a card, because I just never take the time to write little notes.
Aw.
Believe
Yeah.
it or not, what I have learned over time is that it's really not the financial things. It's not the material things. It's making a sacrifice, whether that sacrifice is to say I'm sorry and you don't mean it,
Yeah.
but that is a sacrifice for some people to express what their feelings are, and that's and to say I was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really is those small things.
Yeah.
Just that quick heart
Yeah.
text.
And it doesn't matter if it's your husband or your whoever, your spouse, your children, your friends. I mean, you probably should always have a proper goodbye or see you soon.
Yeah.
You know, life's too short to hold on to grudges. And my mother-in-law always tells me, and it breaks my heart now, because, you know, I could never vent to her about my husband, because, you know, she lost hers. But he was in law enforcement as well. And so we used to talk to each other, because Jem and his dad act a lot alike.
Yeah.
We're just file things back. Just, you know, we'd have the same pep talk she had, you know, with her husband. Like, listen, when we go there, just because they're not law enforcement, please have a conversation, talk to them, ask them about their job, ask them like about their life. So anyway, now as it used to drive her crazy, and now she misses it. You know,
Yeah,
she's like, I
of
wish I could go back
course.
to all those days. So
Well, that's a good point too. Like, you know, if you're in the middle of the mud, surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people that you admire their marriage. Don't take marriage advice from anybody that's in a really sticky situation. Don't hang out with people that talk poorly about their spouses. I mean, you know, you don't really need that negative energy, if you will, feeding your marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has problems, and your
Right,
girlfriends are going to vent, and I totally understand that. But if you are in the middle of the mud too, just try to surround yourself with people that will lift you up. You know what I mean?
amen,
That's
sister.
really good advice, Jamie.
Amen, sister.
You're welcome.
Yeah. They have books too out there. Again, when Jim and I, gosh bless his parents, they actually would give us a book for Christmas, where it's like a spouse book where we'd read it together and fill out little,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, that's
workbooks.
Like a
nice.
devotional.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we did do it for a couple of weeks, and I should probably dig it back out, because all
Yeah.
those pages are still
Yeah.
empty. And it does help, because it talks about issues, and then it makes you work through them together.
Yeah. But
Yes,
I mean,
devotionals are awesome.
something like that, your heart has to be in it.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying
It makes you think.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
makes
for
your heart in
those,
it when
for
you
those
break the
people
book
who
out.
are thinking about, hey, maybe a joint project together would help us. Your heart has to be in it if you
Yeah.
want to do something like that to be successful.
Just don't put together furniture. Not that kind of project.
Oh my gosh,
don't
ladies,
go to
you know-
IKEA.
You know what we should do? We should definitely try one of those where you have to trust people. Like
Trust falls?
you walk on like a tightrope.
Yeah.
We should all do that with our husbands.
Okay. Mine's super tactical, so we're gonna win this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
Mine's got a bum knee. I don't know if I can trust him.
Oh, well, you said so it's going to be a competition. And
Yes.
then we need to go into, what is that, where you're running and jump through
Oh,
tires.
mud runners?
You
Mud
grab
runners?
rope. No,
Oh yeah, like the Tough
American
Man
Ninja?
contest.
Oh my gosh, I forget what it's called.
The Tough Mudders?
No, it's like a course.
Yeah, that's what those are.
But there's another word.
Like an obstacle course?
Thank you,
Oh.
Amy.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding. Johnny,
Sorry.
what does she win? An
I had
obstacle
to
course. We
pull it
totally
down.
should do that. Couple versus couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys down?
Yeah, let's do
We
it.
just got to find a place.
Let's do it.
Hobbler's got to get back together first.
Hobbler. Well, what are we going to
How long is it going to take him to get back to healthy?
He's
Hobbler.
still
By
Poor
next
guy.
Easter, maybe?
I know. Trust me, he has been so tired of this for so many
I'm
weeks.
sure.
Poor guy. But yeah, he'll get back to normal. I'm hoping within another couple months.
Send your prayers to Tim
Aw.
for
Please.
strength.
We need a brand new knee. That's what we
Aw.
need.
Oh, poor
So-
Tom.
Next week we have a special guest. I'll make it a surprise.
Oh,
How about that?
Are we done already?
Yeah, we're done already.
And
I mean, we started over, so we
Started
went a
over
little bit over
twice.
today. Sorry,
that's good.
everybody.
It was so great. We didn't want you guys to
It
miss
was great.
anything.
So if you guys have any questions, how would they get a hold of us, Amy, if they had questions or wanted to say hi to us?
you can reach us on the Facebook page that we are on now, which is LEPD Firearms and Range. You can always comment on that. And then our Facebook page is Blue Line Real Estate of Central Ohio on Facebook. And then our email is bluelinegroupofohio@gmail.com.
Yes, and I wanted to mention really quick that don't forget to light Ohio blue.
Yes.
It's light Ohio blue this week. Do you guys have your blue lights
Yep.
up?
Yep.
I have had mine up since last February, and they are on 24 hours a day.
Oh, you go, girl. I'm with this couple pictures. Actually, there's a Licking County in here. I just don't
Oh,
remember if I
yay.
remember. I know.
You know, speaking of Licking County, for those of you that are on Instagram, go check out Winston the Insurance Dog's Instagram page. It's my dog.
He's a cutie.
Is that
and
it?
he
or does
gets
it
into
say-
mischief,
I know
I'll
it's one
tell
of
ya.
them.
It's this one.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll give a shout out to
that.
Licking County. They went
Woohoo!
blue. And then if
That's
you ever
really
go to
pretty.
Washington, D.C. during Police Week, here is the White
Oh,
House.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Wow. That
That's
definitely.
beautiful.
I've
and
actually
that's-
been there when they lit it up. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That is, that's so. Light Ohio Blue is the week preceding, leading up to National Police Week. So
Police
next
Week.
Was it this one? This one.
Yeah, that
It's
one.
kind of blurry, but you can have it.
Sweet. Thanks.
And if
You're
you haven't
welcome.
had a chance to get to Washington during Police Week, it is a must go.
We talked about that
Must go.
before, too.
Yeah.
It is
Yep.
a must. Oh, we can't leave out the Columbus Police
Oh,
Academy.
Police Academy, yeah.
Oh, here's the library, the fountain. This is beautiful.
Oh, that
It
is
is
really
pretty.
pretty. Those
Yeah.
are nice pictures. Did you take those?
No, I took them off Facebook.
Oh,
So yes, don't forget, light
With-
Ohio blue, light up blue. Have your neighbors
us your
light up.
blue.
Yes.
a lot of stores have those blue light bulbs right now, and a lot of them have them on sale
Yeah.
too. So
Or
make
for
the
free.
effort, please, to go out and get your light bulbs.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
And I think Battery Plus also has them. They were I think they were giving them away to the FOP maybe.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
Somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. I know the sheriff's office got some, so you can hook them up.
There you
That
go.
one. Yeah. Yes. So thank you for joining us, and then we'll be back next week with a special guest that Jamie is keeping a secret.
It must be really good.
Right. But we are your Blue Line group with your Blue Line Wives Roll Call podcast. Until next time, we will see you later.
Everybody, stay
Bye.
safe.